Meanwhile, defense attorneys for Sean Diddy Combs are considering requesting a 2-week delay in his sex trafficking and racketeering trial. This comes after the hip-hop mogul pled not guilty to additional charges filed against him in another superseding indictment yesterday.
Why were over 1,000 bottles of baby oil seized from Diddy's homes? What exactly are these freak-offs prosecutors keep mentioning? And how can someone possibly get a fair trial when potential jurors are admitting they've already seen damning evidence all over social media? The first day of Diddy's sex trafficking trial has already revealed massive problems for both prosecution and defense, as multiple potential jurors openly admitted they'd seen the viral surveillance video showing him allegedly assaulting Cassie Ventura. One woman even confessed to liking a meme about Diddy and baby oil, evidence directly connected to the FBI raid that uncovered disturbing items allegedly used in coerced sexual encounters. The courtroom fell dead silent when a female juror admitted she had liked a meme about Diddy and baby oil on social media. The judge's eyebrows raised, the prosecution team exchanged knowing glances, and Diddy's defense attorneys shifted uncomfortably in their seats. This wasn't just any random confession. This was direct evidence that the FBI's discovery of over 1,000 bottles of baby oil allegedly used in Diddy's infamous freak-offs had already penetrated deep into public consciousness. Day one of the trial, and already Judge R.N. Subramanian faced an impossible situation. One by one, potential jurors admitted they'd seen the viral surveillance video showing Diddy allegedly assaulting his ex-girlfriend Cassie Ventura in a hotel hallway. The footage, which spread like wildfire across TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter, has now been viewed millions of times. The judge's face grew increasingly concerned with each confession. How can you possibly find impartial jurors when the most damaging evidence has already been seen by practically everyone? "I saw the video of him hitting that woman in the hotel," one potential juror admitted bluntly. Another followed with, "My wife told me all about the case and has very negative opinions about him." A third potential juror revealed that a family member's past trauma would make it impossible to view the evidence objectively. With each admission, Diddy's chances of facing a truly unbiased jury diminished. The prosecution team watched like hawks as each potential juror revealed what they already knew. Their strategy became clear: identify those who knew just enough to be sympathetic to their case, but not so much that they'd be disqualified. Meanwhile, Diddy's defense attorneys grew visibly agitated, frantically scribbling notes and whispering among themselves as the jury pool shrank with each social media confession. "Have you seen any news coverage of this case?" Judge Subramanian asked repeatedly, his tone growing more resigned with each affirmative answer. The pattern became predictable. Potential juror admits seeing something online, judge probes deeper, defense objects, potential juror dismissed. What should have been a straightforward process turned into an exhausting game of elimination. The baby oil admission hit particularly hard. The FBI's discovery of those 1,000-plus bottles during their raid on Diddy's properties stands as one of the most bizarre and disturbing pieces of evidence. Prosecutors plan to argue these were used in coerced sexual marathons dubbed freak-offs. And now they knew the public was not only aware of this evidence, but memeing about it. The revelation highlighted the impossible task facing the court: separating what jurors have learned through social media from what they'll hear in the courtroom. "I can't unsee what I've already seen," one potential juror confessed honestly. The judge nodded, understanding the impossible position. Several potential jurors even admitted they had personal experiences with sexual assault that would affect their judgment. Some were brutally honest, stating flatly that they couldn't be fair given what they already knew about the case. The defense team's frustration became increasingly obvious as the day progressed. Their ideal jurors, those completely unaware of the damaging evidence already circulating, were practically non-existent. Every dismissal meant bringing in more potential jurors who might also have seen the video or the baby oil memes. The once confident legal team now seemed to realize they were fighting an uphill battle against the court of public opinion that had already tried and convicted their client. Judge Subramanian's patience was clearly being tested. What should have been a 1 or 2 day selection process now threatened to extend much longer. Each time a juror was dismissed, the entire process slowed down. The judge repeatedly emphasized the need for a fair trial while acknowledging the extraordinary circumstances surrounding the case. By the end of day 1, the challenge became painfully clear. Social media had fundamentally changed how high-profile trials unfold. Before a single piece of evidence was formally presented in court, millions had already seen what might be the prosecution's smoking gun. The defense team's frustrated expressions told the story. They weren't just fighting the prosecution's case, but also fighting the collective memory of potential jurors who had watched the damaging video on repeat. The baby oil juror's admission perfectly captured this new reality. Something as serious as evidence in a federal sex trafficking case had been reduced to a meme that potential jurors were liking and sharing. As Diddy sat at the defense table, the magnitude of his problem became clear. In the age of viral videos and social media, the court of public opinion delivers its verdict long before any jury is even seated. The man sitting in the courtroom barely resembled the flashy music mogul the world has come to know. Diddy's hair was noticeably grayer and scruffier than we've ever seen before. A stark visual of what months in Brooklyn's Metropolitan Detention Center does to a person. Gone were the designer suits and cocky smirks. Instead, the court saw a nervous defendant who actually told the judge he was a little nervous as the proceedings began. Diddy's anxiety couldn't be contained in his seat. Court observers watched as he took multiple unexpected bathroom breaks throughout the day. Breaks the judge clearly didn't want to take. Every few minutes, he leaned over to whisper urgently in his lawyer's ears while potential jurors were being questioned. His eyes darted around the courtroom. His hands fidgeted. This wasn't the confident bad boy CEO controlling the room. This was a man realizing that his fortune and fame might not save him from what could be a life sentence. The transformation makes sense when you consider what's at stake. Diddy faces 5 serious felony charges: racketeering conspiracy, 2 counts of sex trafficking by force, fraud or coercion, and 2 counts of transporting individuals to engage in prostitution. If convicted, the music mogul could spend the rest of his life behind bars. No more mansions, no more parties, no more empire, just a cell in a federal prison. His defense team tried to downplay the seriousness of the accusations. Their strategy? Paint Diddy as someone who simply enjoyed a swinger lifestyle. They've maintained his complete innocence, even rejecting plea deals that might have reduced his potential sentence. Meanwhile, prosecutors revealed their plan to present their case over 3 weeks, focusing heavily on allegations that Diddy coerced women into sexual encounters fueled by drugs. That baby oil meme the potential juror mentioned, it's directly connected to disturbing evidence the FBI uncovered during their raids on Diddy's properties. Prosecutors claim those 1,000-plus bottles of baby oil were used in what they're calling freak-offs, allegedly elaborate and produced sex performances, arranged and directed by Combs himself. According to the indictment, these events often involved Diddy masturbating while filming the encounters. Even more disturbing, prosecutors allege some of these freak-offs lasted for days, requiring IV fluids for recovery from the exertion and drug use. The indictment paints an ugly picture, accusing Diddy of kidnapping, drugging, and coercing women into these sexual activities, sometimes using firearms or threats of violence to get his way. It describes a pattern of abuse and control that spans years, not isolated incidents. Judge Aaron Subramanian, a Biden appointee, delivered a major blow to Diddy's defense team when he ruled that prosecutors could introduce the widely seen video of Diddy allegedly assaulting Cassie Ventura. This surveillance footage, which has already gone viral online, shows what appears to be Diddy physically attacking his ex-girlfriend in a hotel hallway. The defense team fought hard to keep this out, knowing how damaging it could be to their client's case. The conditions of Diddy's confinement likely aren't helping his mental state. His lawyers have described the Metropolitan Detention Center, where he's being held, as horrific, the same facility that's housed other high-profile inmates like R. Kelly and Ghislaine Maxwell. For a man used to luxury and control, the harsh realities of pre-trial detention are clearly taking their toll. That juror's admission about liking a baby oil meme represents a bigger problem for Diddy. The prosecution's evidence about these alleged freak-offs has already penetrated public consciousness. Details that should have first been revealed in court have been trending on social media for months. The indictment's most shocking allegations have been turned into memes, jokes, and endless speculation online. Diddy's constant whispering to his legal team suggests he's acutely aware of this problem. Every potential juror who mentioned seeing that surveillance video or hearing about those bottles of baby oil represented another nail in the coffin of his defense strategy. How can anyone claim to be unbiased when they've already seen what might be the prosecution's most damning evidence? The baby oil has become a symbol of the case, shorthand for the allegations of exploitation and abuse. As that juror demonstrated, people aren't just aware of this evidence, they're engaging with it, sharing it, and forming opinions about it before the trial has even properly begun. For a man facing potential life imprisonment, watching this unfold in real time would make anyone need extra bathroom breaks. With every whisper to his lawyers and every nervous glance around the courtroom, Diddy seemed to be realizing what many defendants in high-profile cases discover: when the court of public opinion has already convicted you, finding 12 truly impartial jurors becomes nearly impossible. Day one of Diddy's trial revealed a new reality for celebrity cases. Social media has changed everything. Before a single witness took the stand, viral videos and baby oil memes had already shaped public opinion. The judge repeatedly questioned jurors about their exposure to the case, highlighting the impossible task of finding 12 truly unbiased people. What happens in court now competes with what's happening online. Evidence meant for the courtroom has become content for TikTok and Twitter. And with potential life imprisonment hanging over his head, Diddy's nervous bathroom breaks and anxious whispers show just how much he understands what's at stake.